Oh, is this it? Am I finally doing a recap of my favorite movie for this channel? Oh, hey, don't leave. I have a gun. It's a PNG gun, but it's still a gun. So the movie begins with the title card of the protagonist's name, as well as the actress who plays her, Dakota Fanning, who was in Cat in the Hat. So the movie begins with a doll coming in from outside the window for her to get brutally cut open from the inside. Some people found this scene satisfying. Not me though. This still creeps me out a bit. So after this great, terrifying opening, the doll is revealed to have a completely different appearance. So she gets sent off to space. So we enter the next scene to show the main protagonist, who looks a bit like the doll from the intro. We also get a really nice, beautiful, calming soundtrack, which I recommend watching the movie if you haven't seen it. You know, stop the video, go watch the movie for yourself. The girl hears something from above, so she throws a rock up there. Did you just hit a cat with a rock? You killed me. You killed me, my like ratio, no! Oh, here comes the cat lover. The girl questions the cat lover about a secret well that she's looking for, and it's apparently so
deep. If he fell to the bottom and looked up, you see a sky full of stars in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. He introduces himself as...
I'm YB.
Which is short for
Yborn.
And the girl introduces herself as Caroline.
Coraline Jones.
The name Yborn can be heard being shouted from a distance.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I definitely heard someone. Why were you born?
But before he leaves, he lets Coraline know that the stick she's been holding is poison oak. Oh, is it starting to rain? Well, time for a match cut transition. We're introduced to Coraline's mother, who's a bit too busy to give Coraline some attention. She gives Coraline a package delivered by YB.
A little me?
Oh, that's what I tend to say after watching a Ryan Gosling film. Coraline doesn't think too much of it and decides to bother her dad instead. But just like the mother, he's a bit too busy as well, so he tasks Coraline to count all the doors and windows or whatever. And after doing so, she begins to stock up some snow globes for the living room. And after doing that, she notices her doll missing. Let's not question how the doll got behind that box, let's question what's behind this door. She decides to bother her mother one last time and convinces her to open this door. And the other side is revealed to be...
bricks!
Coraline moves on in disappointment, and now it's nighttime. But she doesn't seem too interested in the food, so she decides to hit the hay with the match cut transition. And now we get a fade in transition. We see paper mouses coming from a crack in the brick, and it wakes Coraline up. She chases the small mouses back through the small door to reveal a tunnel. A tunnel to the living room. Okay. She hears humming and smells something coming from the kitchen, and it's the mother with button eyes.
I'm your other mother, silly.
Ah, that makes sense. She tells Coraline to go tell her other father that dinner's ready. He plays a bit of piano for us, trying to give us a warning, but you can kind of miss it with how good the song is. I find myself enjoying this song. This other mother explains to Coraline how everyone has other parents, and that maybe when she's done eating they should go outside and play in the rain.
What rain?
Actually, it's getting pretty late and Coraline still hasn't slept, so they lead her to her other room.
What's shaking, baby?
No, that's weird, but what's not weird is having a picture of your two friends talking to you. This I saw in a movie. The other mother puts mud on Coraline's rash before she falls asleep, and we get a fade in transition. Coraline wakes up and notices her rash is gone, and with excitement she runs downstairs and notices a brick wall behind the door. She tells her real family about this and even the fact that the mud got rid of her rash.
Can you get me some of that magic mud you were talking about? Because I have a terrible case of writer's rash on my...
Anyways, the mother recommends that Coraline visits the neighbors downstairs, but before she does, she gets a lot of mail for the neighbor upstairs. She tries to listen if her neighbor's in there, but she accidentally opens a door. He's apparently keeping a...
famous jumping mouse circus.
Oh, that's Ian McShane, who voices Tai Lung in Kung Fu Panda and was in John Wick as well. He introduces himself as Mr. Bubinski and gives Coraline a beat to make her stronger. But before Coraline leaves to visit her neighbors downstairs, Mr. Bubinski nearly cuts his dick off to give Coraline a bit of a warning that came from his mouses.
Do not go through little door.
Coraline thinks he's crazy and goes to unpack her stuff to put on the hat before finally visiting her neighbors downstairs. She gets jump scared by dogs before her neighbor finally lets her in. We're introduced to Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. They were actresses back in the day and apparently sidekicks as well. Miss Spink offers to read Coraline's tea leaves and predicts the future for her. They see a hand. Or a giraffe. Probably doesn't mean anything, so Coraline just leaves. It is now foggy and Coraline meets YB once again. She questions him if he made the doll that looks like her. He tells Coraline that he found it at his grandma's house and he's not allowed in the Pink Palace because her sister got stolen. As Coraline is left to think, we get a fade in transition as it zooms out to show Coraline's placing cheese for the mouses. A few hours pass before she finally hears them, and so she chases them down. Leading to the small door, she opens it to reveal the tunnel again. She hears humming coming from the the other mother. She tells Coraline to go fetch her other father.
Your better father, dear.
Oh, the better father then. We see him working on a wonderful garden that he's building for Coraline. And then we get a fade and transition to show her eating now. The other mother recommends Coraline to go visit her other neighbors along with her other friend.
I thought you'd like him more if he spoke a little less. So I fixed him.
Holy shit, that is so dark and messed up. He's just a kid.
I like it.
What the fuck, Coraline? She goes inside the other Mr. Babinski place and we get a bunch of mouses performing for Coraline. Coraline tells the other Mr. Babinski that she really loved the show before he gives her a kiss on the... Where is that at? Anyways, we get a fade in transition to show her back at her normal room. She runs downstairs and tries to open the small door before realizing that it's locked. We enter the next scene to show Coraline interested in some gloves.
Put them back.
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. But to be fair, those gloves are $24.99. You're getting ripped off, Coraline. On the ride home, the mother explains to Coraline that she locked the door because she saw rat shit. Finally returning home, she opens the fridge to see that there's not much food. She asks Coraline if she'd like to tag along again, but she has other ideas. Finally finding the key for the small door, she opens it. As she goes in, the cat secretly watches her. Oh, hey, more food that you're not gonna eat. Coraline's been invited to visit Miss Pink and Miss Forcible. She also got some new clothes from
Love, mother.
Coraline stumbles, who I assume is the other cat.
No.
The cat hears a sound and runs off. Coraline enters the downstairs and takes a seat next to Wybie. We also see Miss Brink, who is
Practically naked.
along with Miss Forcible, who is also
Practically naked.
A big bottom sea which may...
yeah, I should censor this for YouTube. They decide to undress themselves, not in the way that you're thinking, but kind of like this. They decide to bring Coraline into the act, and after they finish, we get a fade in transition. Wybie is traumatized because of the act, so the other mother tells him to smile. But before the night ends, Coraline receives one last gift. Holy shit, they're gonna sew your eyes, run! And so she does. She heads to bed and tries to sleep. And it was all just a bad dream. Shit, no it isn't. Coraline runs downstairs and attempts to open the living room before hearing the sound of a piano key. The other father tells Coraline that he's not allowed to talk while the other mother isn't here with them. So Coraline instead goes to Wybie.
No point. He pulled a long face, and Mother didn't like it.
Coraline runs away from this horrifying experience. As she walks further away from the house, she hears a meow. Ah, it's the cat again. The cat explains to Coraline that the other mother might want something to love, or is just something to eat. And as they keep going further into the white void, they're back to where they started. The cat hears a trumpet sound coming from a mice. He kills the mice to show that it's actually a rat. Then he runs off to eat it, leaving Coraline to confront the other mother by herself. A moving bug blocks a smaller door for Coraline, and the room begins to light up as we hear monologuing from the other mother.
You aren't my mother.
Yeah, no, she's the other one. The other mother demands an apology from Coraline, but she doesn't give it to her.
1,
That's not gonna do anything.
2,
Go on, count to 3.
3.
The fuck, she counted to 3, Coraline, run! She is pushed through a magic mirror and can't escape.
Who's there?
Hush and shush.
Nah, fuck off. Coraline pulls the sheet to reveal 3 dead kids. They can't seem to remember their name, but they can remember their real mother. They were actually in the same situation as Coraline, except they let the mother sew their eyes. They give Coraline a bit of a quest here and tell her to search for their eyes if she can. She says she'll try before getting grabbed. Oh, it's Wybie. Why be scared? He helps Coraline get through the small door, but doesn't go with her because he's fading away or something. She closes the door from the other side and calls out to her parents, finally being grateful, but they don't seem to be around. Coraline hears the doorbell ring and runs with excitement. The excitement quickly fades away after finding out that it's...
The Wybie that talks.
He's apparently here because he wants the doll back that he gave to Coraline. It used to belong to his grandma missing sister, who is one of the dead kids that we saw, as well as the doll in the beginning of the movie. She brings Wybie in and gives him a better recap than what I'm doing right now. She even tells him that his grandma dead sister is right through this door, but there's no point in opening it because she lost her eyes. Without their eyes, they can't escape. Coraline begins searching for the doll because it's how the other mother spies on her. Wybie doesn't believe this story, so Coraline hits him with her boot. After he gets away, Coraline recognizes her parents' call. She tries to give her dad a call, but no one answers. We enter the next scene for Coraline to tell her neighbors how her parents have vanished, and in response, they give her a bowl of candy. For them to make a stone out of it, nice. It's apparently good for bad things, or lost things. Coraline goes to her parents' bedroom and makes pillows of them. Then she begins to cry. She gets bopped on the nose and wakes up by the cat. The cat leads Coraline to a mirror. What is this? I can't read. Are you sure these are words? Struggling to read it, Coraline breaks the mirror. The cat then shows a puppet version of her parents.
She's taken them.
So Coraline throws the doll and we get a match cut transition of her burning it. She takes one long look at a snow globe, getting reminded of how her parents were just in snow. So she grabs everything she would need and goes back in the tunnel. The cat begins to talk and gives Coraline some advice about how the other mother is into games. But the moment the door opens from the other side, the cat runs away. Oh, it's just her mother. Well, this was an easy save. Good shit. Alright, time to head home and call it a day. Oh shit, that's not your mother, Coraline, that's the other mother. She gets grabbed by her other father while a rat brings the key in for the other mother to eat. What the fuck? Trapped in the other world. Wait, was that Jack Skeleton from Nightmare Before Christmas? Anyways, trapped in the other world, Coraline decides to ask the mother if she'd like to play a game before, you know. If she can find her parents as well as the eyes of the ghost children, then she'll be let free. But if she doesn't find them, then she'll have buttons for her eyes. We get our first clue.
In each of 3 wonders I've made just for you, a ghost's eye is lost in plain sight.
Coraline looks outside the window and checks the garden first. She immediately gets attacked by plants and bugs and gets her stone stolen. Coraline throws her hat like it's Mario Odyssey and grabs the stone back. She takes a look through the stone and notices something glowing. That must be one of the eyes of the ghost children. Well, this was easy. Oh no, it's not.
Sorry.
Oh, he apologized. How nice of him. He falls through a bridge and tries to give Coraline the eye before he dies. Oh, dude, you forgot to give the thumbs up before you drowned. The area begins to turn gray and Coraline realizes that she's running out of time. So, she goes to the next place where she believes another eye is located. She picks up a flashlight and notices these vampire dogs. Light shines at the theater stage and Coraline uses her stone to look through the wrapped candy. Oh, it's the other eye. Well, this was easy. Coraline uses her flashlight to wake up the vampire dogs and gets them to attack her other neighbor. The theater begins to turn gray as she has collected another eye. Now it's time to kill the other neighbor. Oh, hey, look, it's Wybie. Wybie dead. Why are you dead? Coraline enters the upstairs and takes a look through the stone. Oh, that must be the other eye. Well, this was easy. Coraline throws her magic stone and loses it. Then she gets tripped by rats and nearly dies. Well, I guess that's it. You've lost the game. You're probably gonna have buttons for your eyes. Oh wait, the cat's here. Look at that. And he has the eye. The world begins to quickly fade away while the cat jumps into Coraline's bag. But the world isn't the only thing that faded away. So did the other mother's skin.
You know I love you.
You have a very funny way of showing it.
I thought that's how you should treat your loved ones, pretending to kill them so they can know that you won't actually kill them. Coraline still has to guess where her other parents are at, but even if she wins, the other mother probably won't let her go. She takes a look at the door before finally giving an answer. Coraline tells the other mother that her parents are behind that door, but they're actually in the snow globe and not behind this. Coraline grabs the cat and throws him at the other mother so she can grab the snow globe. The cat rips 2 of her eyes out before getting thrown again. She kicks the ground to reveal her hidden webs. The other mother begins to chase Coraline up those webs and gets kicked in the face for it. Struggling to close the door, Coraline gets helped by the 3 ghosts, ripping the other mother hand out. We get another horrifying sequence as Coraline runs away from the door while the other mother begs to be let out. But Coraline could give 2 shits, so I guess that's it. Finally returning to the real world, Coraline notices a broken snow globe as well as her parents finally returning. They don't seem to remember being trapped in the snow globe. And we get a fade in transition. Alright, what a happy ending. You saved your parents, you seem to appreciate your life a lot more, and you saved some ghosts. Oh, and your mother got you those gloves that you wanted. And look, it's the cat that you threw at the other mother. He sleeps next to Coraline and we get a match cut transition.
I'm glad it's finally over.
Yeah, me too. This took so long to make and I can't wait to just...
It is over and done with for us.
Fuck. Coraline gets tasked to get rid of that key that she has. Oh, don't feel so sad. Here, with a match cut transition, cheer you up. Coraline gets up and heads towards the well, but doesn't know that she's being followed by the other mother's hand. Coraline walks through the trees of blossom, which took 800 hours to make. If you look closely, it's actually popcorn these leaves are made out of. And we only get to see a few minutes of this beautiful scene. Go on, throw your key. I'm ready to end this video. Oh shit, Coraline, run! Wybie comes in to save Coraline and nearly dies. Coraline saves him from the hand and Wybie kills it with a rock. And then they throw the hand and the key together down the well. Well, I guess that's it. Coraline did it. She killed the other mother. But before we get close to the end, let's get a fade in transition. But yeah, I guess that's it. Coraline saved some missing ghost children. She ended up being grateful for her life. And yeah, that's it. It's sad that we have to end it here. I enjoyed doing this. I really don't want to go. You know what? Let's do one more transition. A transition to the title card. All right, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I had fun doing this. I can't wait to recap more movies. Yep, that's it. We're making a 5 season of just me recapping old movies nonstop. No, not going back to just me playing video games for a living. We're recapping movies, my favorite movies, like Back to the Future. Yeah, we'll start with that one next. And then we're gonna go back to that in a few years and call it a recap remake of this movie. And we're just gonna recap the same movie over and over again each year. Every year, baby. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I can't wait to just go back to my normal videos. I'm excited to do those as well. I can't wait to get back to it. But I hope to do this at least once a year for you guys. I hope you enjoy this. Yeah, thank you for watching. Be good people and see ya.